Happy sunrise and blessings to your day. Welcome to Give Me My Rights, WRITES Daily Podcast with Nadine Portuan. You guys on one word and on one number. Okay, we are returning from Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday last week. And I know I did. And I'm just happy to be back because I have a wonderful quote today. In the background, I have some music by Tyrese playing. I've never heard this song before, so interesting because I know a lot of Tyrese music, but that's the music playing in the background, guys, and I welcome you this morning. Okay, we've already received our first blessing of the day because we have opened our eyes. So thank you, Lord, okay? We have a lot to be thankful for today because somebody did not get this opportunity that we did. We always receive our first blessing, and that is the gift of life. So we have so much to be thankful for. Now, this is the podcast, Give Me My Rights, that is, WRITES, where I use some of my original quotes to hopefully encourage and inspire your day. And if I'm doing this correctly, you guys will be able to sustain a smile throughout the whole day, just feeling confident and great about who you are as a person and, about the things that you're doing in your life, just feeling really, really good about everything all around you. Your whole aura is of goodness and grace because you know that you have a lot to be thankful for. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get right into the quote. I have a good one this morning. And I hope that this one is well received by you all. Please be tapping the screen and just show me you are in this quote flow this morning. All right, I would really appreciate that. Just simple little taps to the screen would be very nice. So thank you. Okay, guys, now listen. Grand Rising again. Happy sunrise, okay? Another day in our lives have come and we get to live and see it. Now, the quote is, strong enough for one load. Strong enough for one load. Yeah, we're strong enough for one load. And although we may be strong and we can carry many loads, the reality is we are strong enough for one load. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot be the dumping ground for everybody else's load all of the time. We can't be the dumping ground for everybody's load all of the time. All right? Of course, I'm a girly girl and, sometimes I can be a little bit nosy. So I like the sip of the hot tea every now and again. I do. I must be honest. But some tea that is too hot is just not worth the burns, And a lot of times when people are dumping, their load on us, it burns us because it's just too heavy, right? I do not like being the destination ears that hear everyone else's problems all the time. I'm just not that person. And a lot of times people will depict us as being that because we always lend a listening ear. We always lend a helping hand, right? Which are good things to do, but not all of the time. In fact, I think keeping more of that problem stuff to yourself is the best way to avoid others from spreading distasteful news about your loads. I know I keep some of my stuff private. I don't share with everyone. Okay, yeah, so because your load is dropped sometimes when you share all of it with everyone all of the time. We have to be careful about distasteful news. Keep some of it hidden. Deal with some of it yourself. Any news about our problems and all others are loads that are not meant for everyone to carry. We can't trust our load in everybody's hand. We can't trust our load in everybody's circumference because they will spread it out sometimes. And sometimes it's not that they're going to spread it out. It's maybe that the load is too heavy for them to bear, right? And they only belong to the person who has the problem anyway. So why not be the person that has the problem that deals with your own load the way you need to deal with it? And sometimes keeping it secret. Shh. Everybody don't need to know everything you're doing, right? But today, we tell them to keep your own heavy problems and carry your own load. Yeah. Because today, I choose to carry my own load. Guys, today we choose to carry our own load. Not that it's a lot of load, but because it's something that we can manage and because we never get more than we can bear anyway. It's written. We can never want to be so involved in the lives of others when there is no connection. You know what I mean? Sometimes we have associates and they feel the need to unleash everything that's a burden to them, and they want to make us the destination where they unleash. And it's all right to feel like, they trust in you to take their information and secure it and help them out. But it's not okay to take on everyone's load when your own load is something that you have to carry yourself on your back, like a backsack, right? A connection like love gives us a reason to take those additional loads. But not everybody's load is filled with love for our heart to give, right? Besides, sometimes people do not tell you the full story about their load. So you may be carrying a whole load and you don't know what the contents are therein. And we have to be careful with that. We have to discern if we will be willing to hear a load that pushes us down, helps us not be able to stand. And if we carry that load, is it a good idea? I don't want to carry a heavy load that is going to weigh me down, right? Before we pick up a load we cannot stand, it should not be a load that we're willing to hold if it's not our own load to hold. Make sense? It's a tongue twister. But yet, we still decide to carry it sometimes because we feel the need to have another person be at ease. And it really is not our job to do that. I won't and I will not always carry a load to help someone else feel at ease because I need to feel at ease. And sometimes their load is too heavy and it doesn't help me feel at ease. Me feeling comfortable is a priority over taking on the load of someone who has no connection to me, so they can feel at ease. Now, if, again, there is love as a connection, then I'll carry some of that burden. I'll help them. But if there is no connection, I am not going to be the dumping ground for your load. Kindness is a wonderful thing. Sharing is a wonderful thing as well. It really, really is. But not to the capacity of us feeling weighed down just from being of help to another who can certainly and have the ability to carry their own load. Besides, our personal lives can bring its own tear downs sometimes. You know what I mean? And we have to wear it until it falls off or fade away, or we find a way to, just make it go away. We find the solution to the problem that is causing us to feel like our personal life is tearing us down. So in the midst of doing that for ourselves, do we really have the ability all of the time to do it for someone else? And I say all of the time because sometimes we just love so much that we feel the need to be the dumping ground. Girl, come on and tell me what's going on. I got you. All right, boy, sit down. Let's talk. I got you. Let me see if I can help you with that. But if you are in the midst of your personal life bringing you a circumstance that can be tearing down at you, can you really be lifted up by carrying another person's tear down as well? We have to think about that. Again, we have to be able to have ourselves as the priority when it comes to carrying these loads. And sometimes things just weigh heavy on our shoulders and we really can't carry it, but we do because we have to. Why do it for someone else all of the time? Sometimes, maybe. All of the times, never. Never. Therefore, I cannot take an additional tear down of somebody else's load for them to feel much lighter while I'm weighed down with the heaviness of their stuff and mine. That's not fair. I have learned that some problems that belong to others cannot be solved by me. And I'm all right with that. You have those people that think they can fix everything, And sometimes I act that way. I'm human, right? And you just feel, you feel connected to someone else's story. And you feel the need to want to fix it. You want to jump in and put on your cape and save them. But that is not reality when you have a life to live and you have your own stuff that you need to deal with. And you need to take care of that first. It is a priority before you can take on somebody else's load and add that extra weight to your back. The word says, for each one shall carry their own load. For each one shall carry their own load, says the Galatians. So although we see ourselves as being helpful or even being a good Samaritan, we may just be occupying a spot of disobedience to our Creator, because we're not allowing someone else to carry their load who they really have the equipment and they really have everything they need to manage that one load. We may also be the people contributing to handicapping someone who is very well able to figure things out on his or her own. When you take away the crutch sometimes, many tend to walk on their own. And I believe that although I will help you walk and try to get to your destination as much as I can, because our hearts are in the right place, right? It does not mean that we always have to be the crutch. Allow them to walk on their own. I find that sometimes when you put people in a situation where they have no choice but to try to do it on their own, they can do it. They can do it. Now, of course, we don't leave people in a situation where they are in dire need and we have a helping hand that we can give and we don't give it. We don't do that. Of course, we don't leave people in a situation where they hunger for knowledge and we have the knowledge to feed their thirst or quench their thirst, should I say, not feed it, but we don't give it and it's dear to give. Of course, we don't want to do that. But we have to give people the room to be able to walk on their own and not be a crutch for them. Why handicap someone who is an able body to handle so many things on their own? They have the will to do it. We can't always ease their load. Now, I don't know about you all, but I am only strong enough sometimes for one load, and that load be mine. Because I try to avoid taking on more than I can hold. My hands are very little. I can't hold a lot. And although I try to juggle so many different things of my own and sometimes other people's load, the reality is I can't all of the time. I just cannot. And besides, if smiling is something that we would like to keep, we cannot allow other people's load to make us fall so deep because it's heavy. Because it's heavy. So we don't want to fall deep, because of someone else. We can certainly smile today, knowing that we have just enough for us to handle, or maybe a little bit of strength and room to hold on to some loads for a loved one. But that may be all the room that we have. We can hold on to the loads of a loved one, and help them out and help them get to the finish line and help them conquer whatever battle they're going through, and then still be able to handle our personal load. But maybe that's only the little bit of room that we have. And unfortunately, we don't have a spare room for everybody else's load to come on in and we're the destination where they drop the loads. Because we can't do it all the time. We can't. We're human. And it's natural for us to be overwhelmed with our own personal stuff. So imagine being overwhelmed in your own personal load, but still trying to deal and carry someone else's load for them as well. That's not right. And it's too much. And we have to be able to discern what is too much for us to carry. But after that, miss me with those problems. Carry your own load. I would like to keep smiling, and I hope that you guys would like to keep smiling. You should all want to keep smiling as well, because we don't have to have everybody's heavy load on our back. That's taking away our smile and making it a frown and making us regret that we had to divulge into something that did not really concern us, but we thought that we were being a good-hearted person, a good Samaritan. And sometimes it doesn't take away from you being a good-hearted person or a good Samaritan because you don't want to be the destination for everybody else's load. It just means that you have a little bit more control over the things that you can handle and which you cannot. Yeah. So drop that heavy load and just hold on to your own. That's what we can do today. We can drop that heavy load and just hold on to our own. Because that we know we have under control. Somebody else's load may be the very thing that weighs us down, and then we lose control. In life, it's about having a little bit of control. It's okay to lose control over things that bring us joy and make us smile, but it is not okay to lose control because we are divulging into somebody else's problem and trying to take on that task that they should be handling on their own. The word said it. Everyone should carry their own load, and we all have the ability to do it. Let them do it. Don't be the crutch. Blessings to your day, guys. Now listen, before I go, I want to say, guys, I am the owner and founder of Skin Poetry One, my organic skin oil butters line. Guys, please check me out on my lives for Skin Poetry One. It's on the Skin Poetry One LLC page, Skin Poetry One Organic Products, right here on TikTok. I do lives throughout the week, and I divulge into the ingredients of my organic, nature's own, natural, earth-grown products, okay? And how great they are for your skin naturally, okay? When you talk about deep hydration and healing and glow, Skin Poetry One Organic Skin Oil Butters, we have you covered, okay? And I would like for you guys to come and join me. I'm normally live on Tuesday and Sunday. This week it changed up because I did Cyber Monday, and it was great, and I'm getting a lot of good orders in and good feedback about the product, and I want you guys to come and join me if you can, and check out the product. If you don't have time to join the live, please come on the TikTok page, check out the product. It's good stuff, good for all skin types, all age groups. There are no chemicals, no carcinogens, no artificial colors, no artificial fragrance, and none of these products. There are no synthetic ingredients at all. You are getting a great skin oil butter that is organic, with all of the ingredients organic and natural and born within the earth, you know, in one jar that can help service the needs of your skin. So check it out, Skin Poetry One Organic Skin Oil Butters. You can order yours today. We're also available to order on multiple social media platforms and my own website at https://skinpoetry1.nadinepoetry1.com. Go ahead and put your order in. We ship all over the U.S. and it comes relatively quickly. And it's a beautifully wrapped box, so you will enjoy that you've treated yourself and invested in something great for the skin of your own and your family. I am also the host of Imperfect Poetry Thursday, guys. If you are available on Thursday evenings at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, join me on your favorite multiple social media platforms that I'm available on. Join me on your favorite, and come in and have some fun with some poetry. Okay, it's a live show where I share some of my copywritten poetry, and we get into the talk about what the poetry is about, and we play some good music, and we kind of have like a pre-Friday on a Thursday night and have a great time. Good conversation, good music. You know, I play a lot of classic music on there, as well as some of the new school stuff. You know, it's a lot of hip hop and R&B and all different types of music, pop, you name it. But we have a great time, and it's all about poetry. Connecting us through words is what I'm doing. And I love it. And I want you guys to join me too, because it really is a fun moment. It's kind of like having a pre-Friday, relaxing yourself in some fun. Okay, Imperfect Poetry Thursday, again, is available on multiple social media platforms on Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on and join me, join me, join me. We'll have a great time. I promise. As for me, guys, I'm going to head out. I don't like to monopolize a lot of your day, but I just want to say that you guys have the ability and have the strength to carry that one load, one. And that is your load. We all have loads. Some may be heavier than most, you know, but some may be lighter than others, right? But it does not mean that we always have room to carry the load of someone else. Our backs are not strong enough to carry everybody's load. So do not let everybody land their problems in the destination on your back so you can be weighed down with their mess while you're carrying your own. Because life has its ways of giving us challenge, and life has its ways of pushing us down, suppressing our smooth walk. All right. But we can make that walk a little bit lighter if we let people deal with their own loads. We don't have to take them on. It's not our problem all of the time. It's okay to give a helping hand. It's okay to have a good heart and want to share and be a good Samaritan. But it is not okay when people choose to use you as the dumping ground for their load of mess all of the time. It's not our problem all of the time to handle it. If there is love connected to it, let's go ahead and help them out because the connection is love. But if there is no connection, we should not feel obligated to taking on everybody's load. We too have life to live as well, right? So let's live it lightly and with ease. Blessings to your day, guys. Thank you for joining me for another Give Me My Rights, WRITES Daily Podcast. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Please head to your door with your beautiful smiles because we all have that. Isn't that wonderful? That we all have beautiful smiles. And even if someone says that your smile is not beautiful, they're lying. Everyone has beauty in their own right. You use yours and help it brighten your day. And who knows, that smile may be the very thing that somebody else needs to have a right start to their day as well. So share it. Okay? As for me, I'm Nadine Poetry One, you guys. I'm one word. I am one number. Blessings to your day. Have a wonderful rest of your day. It is the middle of the week. We're getting closer to the weekend. Let our happiness and our fun begin right now because we deserve it. And we deserve to do it without extra loads. Bye.